Thank you for tuning in to this week's read. For this week's read, I'm using Tarot Grand Lux by Ciro Marchetti for the main tarot. The website I have on this one is usgamesinc.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check out that information if you're interested. The supportive oracle cards, magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. They're illustrated by Jesse Reish, and there's a website at the bottom, hayhouse.com. The dice that I use are from Amazon. Here's the stuff on the back. If it focuses. I use the D20 for the major arcana, which does omit 21, but I work with it. And then I use the D12 for the number of the minor arcana from 1 to knight. It omits queen and king, but I work with it. And I use the four-sided dice for the element, if you're wondering. All right. That's what I'm using. Hopefully that helps. And, if you want a reading from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com. This James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. And now on to your reading. Hello, Libra. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. But that being said, what do we have for Libra? A lot of energy. There's a lot of energy, which, okay. I saw the first two cards with like quick decision and moving on, and I thought, why? And then I saw the Five of Wands at the top, and I'm like, oh. And we're very, okay. We're very, like this is it. That's interesting. Okay. Whatever the situation is, controversy always looms around it. Always. You got the Five of Wands. You work very hard, very, very hard is what I'm getting, to keep it from becoming a problem. To keep people, chill. To keep things from blowing up. You work very, very, very hard at this, if this is going to hit. And I'm getting, one of the reasons you do that is because there have been some really good times here. You know what I keep seeing? Somebody helping something work out, helping people get along, working through things, and everybody has a good time, and at the end of it, you have to take a sick day because you're wiped out, or you got a headache, or you feel nauseous, and I feel like after these events, if this is event associated, you work very hard for people to work for things to get along, and during the event, it seems like it's fine. And maybe during the event, maybe even you're happy. But it's so exhausting for you that after the event is over, I feel like I either have a 3-day headache, or I'm so exhausted, or I just need time away from people. Maybe even some of you have depression after this. For some reason, I'm just I don't understand why I'm so depressed, but I'm very sad after these events, and it was a good event. Stuff like that. But it's I have a good time. That's weird, isn't it? The Two of Cups and the Joy, but there's more going on here. There's more going on here. We also saw this card already. So there's more to come. I feel like you do a lot of work for people to get along and for things to work out. And the event itself is very good. And you enjoy it during the event, but it's you're wiped out after. I feel like I'm wiped out after. Okay, so the current energy is kind of I feel like I'm sidestepping one of these moments. Because I feel like the reason is not because you don't want to be a part of the event, but it's just kind of it's too much work. I'm sidestepping. I'm I'm just going to, I'd like to go hang out with you this weekend, but I got some chores I got to get done. I have some responsibilities I have to deal with, so I can't. I'm not going to do that. And I wonder if some of you have just kind of sidestepped events, and maybe you're questioning, I don't know why I said I don't want to do that, but I feel like it was the right thing. Because part of your brain is saying, it's too much. It's going to overwhelm me. The event may go very well, but the effort you're putting in a lot of work to something that I feel like is zapping you. It's wiping you out. And I feel like some of you are sidestepping an event, or you're like, I'm not going to be a part of that. I got other things I got to do. It's almost like, it's like instead of going to a holiday party, for example, because it's that time of year, I'm like, oh, I can't. I got some responsibilities I got to do. And what you do is you spend the day cleaning your house, and that's more enjoyable than this event because of how it zaps you. It's kind of like, go have fun with a lot of people or clean my house. And it's for some reason I'm choosing to clean my house, and I'm like, it's like part of me's not realizing that there's a reason. Like, I'm more happy cleaning my house than going to this event. Like, that's something. That's something. You know what I mean? They're trying to highlight it. They're trying to highlight it. Because I'm getting like, whatever's going on, I feel like I have to let the dishes hit the floor. Which may sound like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, I almost feel like my knee-jerk reaction is like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But like, whatever the situation is that's going on, it's affecting your health. And you can be a lot happier here. A lot happier. And you need to be. I feel like you got to hold back whatever's going on here. You got to hold back the need to make things work out. If you do what you normally do, you just kind of go in your normal energy and everybody's happy. And during the situation, even you're happy. But there's repercussions after that are not good for you. This is not healthy for you is what I'm getting. Other people are enjoying this abundance at your expense. It is because you're just going into a situation and doing what you do best. And it's not bad that you have talents. It's not good, though, when these talents are wiping you out because you're straining yourself to making sure everybody else gets along. The advice here is to like just stay out of things. Ironically, let people work it out themselves. Let them just enjoy what you're enjoying, and let people work out their own problems. Pull back. They're saying pull back. This is causing you emotional stress. Emotional distress is what I actually think is supposed to be. I feel like that's not easy for you because it means a lot to Libra for people to get along. The Wheel of Fortune shows up, and then the Six of Wands, which is success. Let the wheel turn. Let other people deal with it. Let other people deal with it. You'll be a lot happier. It seems odd, but like when I'm saying you're going to be a lot happier, after the fact, you won't feel that depression. You won't feel that, physical ailment, maybe a headache, or because I feel like for those of you that are getting the headache, I keep getting like I have it for 3 days or something. Like it's just zapping you, wiping you right out. Other people's enjoyment should not put you at that much of a detriment. It's just not right. I do feel like things re-solidify. It's almost like, ice melting and then refreezing. Re-solidify. Other people can handle this. They'll find their own ways to cope. This isn't okay for you. This isn't good that this is doing this to you. Put the responsibility on them to manage their own problems. Especially when a lot of them are probably problematic people. Some people even enjoy the attention. Be aware of that. Because the Justice reversed and the Three of Wands reversed, some people enjoy creating problems. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but there's problematic people out there that literally enjoy creating problems. It puts them at the center of attention. I feel like if you sit one out, at least sit this one out, what comes after, I feel like you're going to see it from a different angle, and you're going to be like, wow, like, that didn't need to be a problem, but they went out of their way to create a problem. And maybe there's a different solution that happened this time. Like, other people kind of stepped in and they handled that differently, and they put that stress back on the person who was creating it. I feel like there's going to be this moment where it's kind of like, I'm not sure if it was fair, but I feel like it was better. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if it was fair, but I feel like it was better. I keep getting that. Because it's kind of like, the reason I don't think it's fair is because, like, all right, this person creates problems, but I feel like it went back, the backlash was severe. It's kind of like throwing a pebble at somebody and somebody throws like a baseball-sized rock at you. It's like, ooh, like, okay, like, I don't think we had to go that far. But on the same token, the person creating the problems, like, it's kind of like people are fed up with it. People are fed up with it, and that's why they got like, ooh. Let this situation, especially if this is about a specific situation, let it work itself out. I know that's hard. Is Libra going to be able to do that? Because Libra likes things to work out. Libra likes people to get along. I know that I feel like this is a challenge. Four of Wands, things will get a lot more stable, and the Sun card will come out of this. Help those who are actually solving the problem become more of a support to this. I feel like if you're the cleanup crew, it's better. You can be more effective as the cleanup crew. Does that sound bad? I hope it doesn't. Because I feel like I'm trying to make everything work out. It's like during the event, I'm trying to run around, trying to keep everybody happy, trying to keep people from blowing up. And there's certain people who they purposely create problems. That's just what they're doing. They purposely are. And that's really hard. That's really heavy for you. That's a lot for your body to take. Even physically, I feel like it's coming out physically where this is too much. If you let the event go, you just enjoy the event for what the event is, and you don't worry about anybody else as much as you can, as much as that's realistic. And then after everything's all said and done and you see how things worked out, helping clean up afterwards, I feel like you're going to be much more effective. Much more effective, like, oh, this happened and that happened and look at all this mess. And you can help people and realize, like, well, we can clean it up this way. And, like, next time we just won't put this over there. And then that won't fall over. And next time, just be careful how you're talking to this person. That way this won't happen. Like, I feel like after the effect, you're much more effective in this situation as the cleanup crew. But the thing is, whatever this situation is, I feel like I'm used to being a part of the main event, keeping it all running smoothly. They're saying, pull back. This needs to heal. You're taking on all the pain that somebody else is creating, and that's not, you don't deserve all that pain. Pull back, let it just play out the way it's going to play out, and then afterwards, when you come in as the cleanup crew, I feel like that changes somebody's perspectives, especially the person who's creating this damage. I feel like they don't like that when it comes back at them full force, even more so. But I feel like you're giving them ideas to heal things, and they're more apt to listen to you. They're taking you more seriously. Your energy, your input, the information you're sharing it's being absorbed more. It's like, I feel like when it's running around during the event, they're just listening to you for a second, but they don't really soak it in. By waiting for the after effect, by waiting for the cleanup crew, they're taking your advice, but it's soaking in. We need it to soak in. We need your input to, like, really be thought about, Something about that 3 days, too. Something about 3 days keeps coming in. I wonder if the person creating the problems, I wonder if they're going to feel sick for 3 days instead of you. Which, if they're creating it, isn't that more fair? If they're going to create the problem, I feel like it's more fair for them. I keep getting something about 3 days. Something about 3 days. 3 days, 3 days, 3 days. So, I'm going to leave it there. Alright, hopefully that's helpful. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.